the show up on StreamYard now. Yay! That's so cool. So like, oh, I thought I had my earphones and I went to go push them in and there, see how it's just such a habit? I went to go push my earphone and there wasn't anything in. But dude, so most creators are usually like, if they use StreamYard, that's what they're, dude, feels like there's a piece of hair that went into something blocking this earphone. The heck? It won't go. Feels, okay. Why does it keep popping out? It's like there's something in my ear. It's so weird. Anyway, when I'm on StreamYard, I can't see the wrenches. So it's like sometimes I forget like who the mods are. They don't show up, and that's what, if I'm using StreamYard, that's what I'm looking at the chat on. Dude, they're working. They are on at StreamYard. I mean, you know, it took them a minute to get the where it tells you how long people's been members. That shows up on my side. Now the mods are showing up. I was like, why is there's names like it's even like a lighter blue. And then yes, so now I can see what mods are here. That's so awesome because it sucks because you know sometimes you forget or you want them to be able to pop out and see them. But yep, I see you guys now. Wolfpack now. I won't. I'll probably see you more now. Oh, thank you, Dom, for gifting a membership. And I saw somebody else had joined. Dang it, who was it? Hold on, let me see. The thing already went down. I wanted to say thank you. Who were you that joined like a little bit ago? Oh, we got E. Reynolds full and Lauren Elizabeth. Thank you. Cool. I'm glad I was able to still see it. Thank you for joining. Okay, guys. So, sorry I'm late. I cannot be on time. It seems like every time it's like something happens where I was having well, it's not a big deal what I was having. Of course, there's always an issue with something that I'm trying to do, but my background search thing wasn't working. Like it was working all day and then it was weird when I was just doing it to get like refresh everything. It would not bring up the stuff I wanted to bring up. It was driving me nuts. So, oh well. I already seen it before. Okay, so guys, dude, okay. So somebody has been like Karen was emailing me, one of my viewers. So shout out to you, thank you. But it kind of got me looking into stuff about Shonda's family because there's some things on Reddit, and then I took that and looked into it further. So, dude, I found Shonda's mom. I found some pictures of Shonda's mom. Now, the whole Shonda stepdad thing, I can't 100% say that this person that I'm going to show you is his stepdad. It's what a lot of people are thinking, and from what I'm seeing, it does look like it probably is. But for sure, his mom. I found his mom. I found her mom. I found her grandma. I found all kinds of newspaper clippings from her mom, and so, dude. Oh Lord, the apple does not fall far from the tree as far as her mom's a little criminal too. So, it's crazy, but I mean, it's not surprising. It really isn't. So yeah. Wait, what do you mean what just happened, Wyatt? What do you mean? Can you see me? Wait, what just happened? Can you guys see me? Hey, LA 326. Petty, thanks. SL Conley. Celia, Chipper T, Wolf. I don't even know where to start here. I'm not going to be able to be on that long because I'm going to Columbus early in the morning and I'm not even packed. But I will go over what I have here. So you could see me. Okay, good. Wait, you don't. Why is Melissa now saying, where are you? Can some people not see me? Melissa, I'm right here. Wonder. Somebody's saying all clear. Anyway, all right. Hey, Abellis. Yeah, the family stuff. So I don't know how many of you guys are aware. Maybe some of you guys have looked into it because there's some stuff on Reddit going on, which that's why somebody shared some stuff, and then that's what got me like into because I was like, I can't confirm the whole Harris, you know, we were hearing like she's a Harris of her mother is, and I was like, I couldn't confirm it because I wasn't able. I was doing like background searches, and I'm like, I don't know, like it could be, but I wasn't able to like for sure nail down anything for sure. Yeah, there's people on Reddit talking, and her she goes by Ramsey and Trammell, and so it's like, but yeah, I found some old newspaper clippings where yeah, so I'm able to. I feel confident enough to be able to do a video because and say at least what her mom that this is her mom and stuff like that. So yeah. But how many are you guys aware of this stuff with her mom? Who's aware of this stuff with your mom? Her mom. Put a 1 if you know what I'm talking about and put a 2 if you don't. I'm just curious how many people is going to be like new. Because if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know. There's this thing that her mom did. Okay. So put a 1 if you know and 2 if you don't. Oh, okay, cool. I like when there's people that that are like get to hear it the first time. Okay. All right, thanks, Abella's. Wow, Abella's gifted 5 memberships. All right, let me share my screen. Thank you so much. All right. Ooh, doo, doo. Got it. All right, let's just get right into it here. So, well, let's go. Oh no, just get right into the good stuff. Cause I have like some old Shonda and Eric. Okay. So a lot of them are gonna be. I'm gonna do this one first. Hold on 1 second. We'll do this one first. Okay. Well, maybe I should first show you how to know to prove that this is her mom. Well, first of all, trust me. Now my background search thing, like I said, is not working. It's like glitching out. But what I did was I ran like background searches and it gives like relatives. It doesn't say exactly who they are, but you have to like kind of like go to that relative to that and like match them up by doing a lot of different searches. So there is like her mother's name is Mildred Trammell. I think Trammell's the stepdad's name. And Ramsey is Shonda's maiden name. Um, so Mildred is her mom, and then the reason I'm showing you because I want to. If somebody gonna doubt, if anybody's gonna doubt, I want to first show you the links here. Let me see. I can't do the background because it's glitching like I said, but I should be able to do here. Let me do this. It's hard to decide which one to show you first because this is like a week or 2 of stuff where I'm matching so to be able to show. But let's do this first because I know I'll have doubters. So that's why before I give what her mom did, I want to just show you that that is her mom, which she looks just like her mom. So I don't even think there's any denying it. But if you see, this is a newspaper clipping from when Eric was born, Nolan. So, because it's Eric Nolan Jr. That's why I don't know. A couple times I accidentally called Nolan Eric, and I think I don't know if a couple people said it. I'm like, well, actually, that is his like legal name. It's Eric Nolan, and when I'm like researching, that's what I see. So I called him Eric one time when he was doing his what you might call it, his testimony or his victim impact statement speech or whatever. Anyway, so it talks about weight 6 pounds 15 ounces. So it's Eric and Shonda, and then it goes on to list the grandparents. So it says Mr. and Mrs. Glenn Ferguson, and then that's his Eric's side, right? And then it says Mr. and Mrs. Ivan Barlow of Seattle and Mrs. Joanne Van Zelle of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And that's the one that I want you to focus on. So that's the grandma. And since all the research now, I know that is actually Shonda's grandma. That's her mom's mom. Okay. So you have that. I just want to just show you a couple things so you hold on. Which is the other one? Give me one minute. I'm trying to decide what the other one to show you who they are. Oh, right here. Um, Wait, there's one more I want to show you where it talks about the grandkids and it says, uh, here's one, but somebody marked this one. But this one talks about how, where's it at? There's another one where it lists them out too. But just trust me, that is her mom. I can't find the other one that lists out. It lists out Paige, Shonda, David. It lists out all of Joanne's kids, okay? Here's one of them. So Joanne Warner Van Zell died September 10th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It talks about, her college, her high school she went to. She is survived by 4 grandchildren, David, Helen, Shonda, and Paige. Great-grandchildren and her brother. Her brother's Jack Warner. He's pretty known. So we have Jack. So you see. So Joanne is Shonda's grandma, and Mildred is Shonda's mom, okay? And I was going to make a chart, but I couldn't finish it because I didn't have enough time, but at least I set it up here. Like it goes kind of down. So it's like, I know it might be confusing, but so we have Shonda, Paige, Helen, David. Okay, they're brothers and sisters. And then Mildred's their mom. Mildred's mom is Joanne. I don't know who the grandpa is, and I don't know who freaking Shonda's dad, her biological dad. I cannot find that, okay? I'm going to still search, but her stepdad is Kenneth Trammell, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure on that. That one I can't 100%. I'm probably 99% sure his name is Kenneth Trammell. Now, when I show you who I think the Ken, because there's a lot of Kenneth Trammells, who I think that is, that's the one I don't know. I'm still trying to double check it, but a lot of people are saying that it is. But anyway, so Joanne is her grandma. Jack is her great uncle. It'd be Shonda's great uncle. Helen is her great aunt. Herbert's her great grandpa. Herbert and Mildred. Now Mildred's the mother and the great grandma. Okay, so hopefully we don't have any. I don't know. I probably didn't have to go on to that, but I just wanted to kind of like set it up. There's another article somewhere where it lists out the kids too, where it lists out Mildred's kids are Shonda, Paige, David, and I forget the other one already. What was her name? Helen. Okay. So now with that being said, let's get to the juicy stuff here. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, this is her mom right here. How much does she look like her mother, by the way? So I don't even think that people would even, does she not look? I think she looks really close to her, like her mom. So this is there's a bunch of newspaper articles on what her little mommy did here. So would-be Harris. I don't know if am I saying that right? Every time I say that word, I feel like it's I'm not saying it right. So oh well, guys, you can make fun of me, but it's not coming out right. But anyway, would-be Harris gets prison term in murder for hire. Okay, a bankrupt Huntsville woman. So this is Shonda's mom, not her grandma. This is Mildred is Shonda's mother, okay? A bankrupt Huntsville woman who stands to become Harris to part of the Gulf States Paper Corp for fortune has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison and fined $250,000 for scheming to have her wealthy mother murdered. In sentencing 38-year-old Mildred Trammell, U.S. District Judge James Hancock ruled that the $250,000 fine is payable when and if Mrs. Trammell receives the inheritance she was convicted of planning to obtain through murder. Mrs. Trammell was ordered to report to prison May 20th. Bill Burgess, Mrs. Trammell's court-appointed attorney and Huntsville neighbor, said he may appeal her conviction. A federal jury in Huntsville found Mrs. Trammell guilty April 13th on 4 counts of using an interstate communications device, a telephone, to plot her mother's murder last fall. Yeah, I know. No, this is serious. Are you? I mean, it's like when you feel like this case couldn't get any more, like what? And then anyway, so her mother, Gulf State stockholder Joanne Van Zell of Ponte Verde, Florida, is the sister of Gulf State's board chairman Jack Warner, and Tuscaloosa. Mrs. Van Zell was never harmed and no money ever changed hands in the scheme. But according to trial testimony, Mrs. Trammell offered one of her former employees at Huntsville Daycare Center a $25,000 share of the $2.9 million trust she stood to inherit if she would help arrange the killing. And then, hold on, this is continued right here. I gotta remember right if I continue the right one. Yeah, right here. The government contended that Mrs. Trammell hoped ultimately to gain control of a $30 million family fortune. The former employee Cindy Orgelis testified that when she telephoned Mrs. Trammell from Washington State last year, Mrs. Trammell offered to fund a syndicate hit on her mother and even suggest that it could be done in a way to implicate her husband, Ken Trammell. Mrs. Orgelis told authorities about the conversations and agreed to cooperate in investigating the case. Her statements led to Mrs. Trammell's arrest January 8th. I don't know where the money went. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to dig into it. I don't know. I've wondered the same thing. 3 tape recordings of rambling telephone conversations between the women were played for jurors during the 3-day trial. On one recording, when asked if she really wanted her mother killed, Mrs. Trammell replied, "No remorse. Nope. I'm cool and calm as a cucumber." Oh, she's saying no remorse. Nope. I'm cool and calm as a cucumber. Jury foreman Warren White said after the trial that the tape recordings were crucial in the decision to convict Mrs. Trammell. Hancock's sentence fell short of the 4-year prison term called for in the case under new federal sentencing guidelines. Hancock explained that he took into consideration evidence of alleged coercion by Mrs. Orgelis and the evidence that Mrs. Trammell might have been in a state of intoxication at the time of the plot was discussed. Also, Hancock noted that the plan never came close to fruition. You took no overt action to follow up or implement the plan that was discussed through the interstate communication facilities, Hancock said. Mrs. Trammell alternately sat and stood quietly through the sentencing, occasionally responding to Hancock's questions with a barely audible yes, sir, or no, sir. Mrs. Trammell was raised by her mother in Southern California, and her mother ended up move to California. It said that, Joanne, so her mother went born in Illinois, then moved to Alabama, went to college in Alabama, and then moved to California after college. Anyway, where are we at? Friends said Mrs. Trammell came to Huntsville about 10 years ago when she married Ken Trammell, her second husband. And if anybody can help me find who the heck Shonda's dad is, because I cannot find him. It doesn't link. Everybody that linked in background searches, and I looked at all of them, and none of them seemed like they could be her dad. So did her dad just like disappear? I mean, we know her biological dad died when she was 8, right? So what year would that be? There's like, who, I don't even know which one's his last name. Warner, we got Van Zell, we got Ramsey. Well, it wouldn't be Warner because that would be her mom's maiden name, but I don't know. It's crazy. So is it Van Zell? You know what I'm saying? Or is it Ramsey? Where did Ramsey come from? You know? Anyway, friends said Mrs. Trammell came to Huntsville about 10 years ago when she married Ken Trammell, her second husband. Sorry, I think it says where the money went. I don't think I read that last thing. Okay, where am I at? Sorry. So Mrs. Trammell, raised by her mother in Southern California, friends said Mrs. Trammell came to Huntsville about 10 years ago when she married Ken Trammell, her second husband. The couple founded the Huntsville School for the Gifted after financial problems caused the Trammells to lose control of the school. They founded a daycare center where Mrs. Origales worked in 1985 to 1986 before moving to Washington State. Mrs. Trammell testified at her trial that she had not talked to her mother in more than 10 years. Assistant U.S. Attorney John Ott, who prosecuted the case, said Mrs. Trammell began trying to find a way to get more family money when she and her husband faced bankruptcy last year. Her marriage to Trammell ended in divorce in June of 1987. And I got to remember that date because I got to figure out how would, I'm trying to figure out, I can figure out. Let me just make a note because I want to, there's a detail that in trying to figure out her stepdad, the date might be able to narrow it down. Anyway, court records show that Mrs. Trammell lost her $250,000 mountaintop home in Huntsville to bankruptcy early April. Well, there we go. There, I don't know what happened to the fortune. Wait, what happened, Petty? No, it's probably the same stuff. I have the stuff that they're even Reddit's saying that it's her stepfather, but I don't know for sure. That Kenneth Lee Trammell, I have all that stuff. It's probably the same stuff because Reddit has it too. So it's probably not this stuff I found on my own, but that's what led me into all that. And they're all talking about that Kenneth Trammell, but I don't know. Kenneth Lee Trammell, which we know that's his name, but there's more than one Kenneth Lee Trammell, so I don't know if that is him, but yeah, it sounds like it could be because, well, we'll get into that. Anyway, so yeah, that's right there. Sorry. I'm like, so yeah, they probably lost it all, but she comes from a wealthy freaking. They could have been okay, and maybe that's why maybe David's has some of the money still, her brother, and why he's helping her. Maybe he inherited some of it and he still has it and he's helping her. I don't know. I mean, that would be the grandkid. You know what I'm saying? That would be, well, no, the mother would have got it from, but then the mother would have had to pay all these fines, and then who knows what happened. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out. But anyway, so that's the first article. Let me get another one here. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to. This basically says like the same kind of stuff, but it has a picture, and there might be a few new stuff, but it's about that. There's a picture. It says a woman who testified she wouldn't cry if anything happened to her mother was convicted Wednesday of trying to arrange her mother's death so she would inherit a fortune. A federal court jury in almost 4 hours of deliberations found 38-year-old Mildred Trammell guilty of 4 counts of using a telephone to try to arrange for the death of Joanne Warner Van Zell, 65. Mrs. Van Zell is a sister of Jack Warner, board chairman of Gulf States Paper Corp in Tuscaloosa. Mrs. Trammell, who displayed no emotion on hearing the verdict, just like her mother, no emotion. Well, she wasn't there for the verdict, I guess, but the sentence. Well, I guess she has that little mouse twitch. Was ordered by U.S. District Judge James Hancock to return May 6 for sentencing. Meanwhile, her attorney said he will appeal the verdict. According to testimony, Mrs. Trammell wanted her mother killed so that she could inherit $2.9 million trust fund. Court transcripts also referred to a $30 million fortune. The indictment charged that she made telephone calls with intent that her mother be murdered in consideration for promises to pay money.
I might have said that if anything happened to her, I wouldn't shed any tears, but I didn't mean any harm by it, she told jurors. No, you didn't mean any harm by it, but it just shows you're a freaking psychopath, that you don't care, that you wouldn't even care if your mother died. But no, you didn't mean no harm by it. You just wanted her to die. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Anyway. The RV there, yeah, you could still send it to me, but I'm pretty sure I have all that. If you're talking about Kenneth Trammell stuff, sorry, I didn't finish my conversation with you, but all right. So where are we at? An assistant attorney, John Ott, said that Mrs. Trammell hated her mother. She wanted her killed for money and agreed to pay $25,000 from her expected inheritance for her mother's death. Ott said the FBI recorded 3 conversations between Mrs. Trammell and Cindy Orgeles, a former employee at a daycare center and school for gifted children operated by Mrs. Trammell. In the transcripts, when Mrs. Orgeles asked Mrs. Trammell if she definitely wanted her mother killed, she said that she did. Mrs. Orgeles asked if she would have any regrets. She says, no remorse, no, I'm as cool as a cucumber. But basically, that's the same thing we read, but there's a few new things in that. It says, Mrs. Trammell said her attorney, Bill Burgess, said he was a loner and was perfect for manipulation. No, I'm sorry. Bill Burgess says she was a loner and was perfect for manipulation. He said Mrs. Orgeles, driven by revenge for being fired from her job at the school, led her down the road. Burgess said that the FBI, by tapping Mrs. Trammell's and Mrs. Orgeles' conversation, really wanted to reel her in. He said Mrs. Orgeles started the conversation about the alleged murder scheme. I sincerely believe this is not a criminal case, Burgess says. It is a serious abuse of Millie Trammell by Cindy Orgeles. This woman was entrapped, induced, and tricked by Cindy. Just like Shonda was it was all Paul. I mean, anyway, Mrs. Trammell told the jury that she did not remember telephone conversations with Orgeles because I was drinking and taking a lot of pills at the time. So basically, Shonda's mom saying, oh, I don't even remember the telephone conversations because I was drinking and taking a lot of pills at the time. According to transcripts, Mrs. Trammell spent a $500,000 trust fund in 10 years and was on the verge of bankruptcy. She testified that her mother had turned down her request for $500 to help in filling a bankruptcy petition. Mrs. Orgeles testified that Mrs. Trammell suggested her mother could be killed by injecting an air bubble into a blood vessel. She contacted Mrs. Van Zell, who alerted the FBI. Wow. Gotta be kidding me. All right, so now let me go. This goes on to talks about, it's just more links to show who everybody's at. So this is the funeral. This would be Shonda's great grandparents' funeral, right? Wait, Herbert Warner and Mildred Warner. Yeah, that's her. Hold on, I have it all listed. That's her. Yeah, that would be, because this is her mom, her grandma, her great grandparents. Yeah, so her great grandparents. A member of the Sweetbriar Board of Overseers from 1955 to 61, the wife of Herbert and D. Warner, died recently at her home after a long illness. So her great grandma is died. Native Meccansville, president of the Gulf States Paper Corp in Tuscaloosa for almost 20 years, was a leader in business, civic, and cultural affairs throughout the U.S. In addition to her husband, she is survived by son Jack W. Warner, which would be Shonda's great uncle, basically, and 2 daughters, Mrs. Joanne Van Zell, which is Shonda's grandma, and Mrs. Norman Hubbard, Tuscaloosa, and then 11 grandchildren and 1 great grandchild. All right. that's from 1974. That's old. That newspaper was from There's some old ones. I got a bunch of old. Okay, so we got that. Let me read the next one. Oh, here's a picture. So here's a picture of Shonda's mom when she was younger, right here. It says, conductor sees to care of freshman member Mildred Von Zell, 7. So that's her mom. She's 7 years old. Has hug for grandmother. So that'd be Shonda's great grandmama. Because if it's her mom's grandma, it'd be Shonda's great grandma. Yeah. H.D. Warner. The one that the obituary we just reading, that would be her. So that's Shonda's mom giving, at 7 years old, giving Shonda's mom's grandmother a hug. Oh, thanks, Melody, for the super chat. And thank you again, guys, the ones that join memberships. That's so awesome. I do got to do some of those membership videos. I might just, I'm going to Columbus tomorrow for my niece's birthday. I got to go early. So, oh, thank you, Dom. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. You guys rock. Okay. So, let me go to the next thing. All right, just put them in the folder as I use them so I know which ones I'm using. I had to mark. So I was the one that marked these off. I had to I didn't want to highlight because I highlighted the first couple and then I was like, you can't, it's harder to see through it with these newspapers. So I just instead of having to figure out oh, where do I go as I'm doing a live, I just marked where I'd have to read by a little mark on each of them. It's hard to draw a straight line on it, when you're using a mouse. Anyway, so yeah, here's another thing about the thing about her mom. Trial of Harris in jury's hands. It's basically going to say, the same stuff, but the other one had a little bit new stuff about injecting with the air bubble. So this is a prosecutor said Wednesday that a Huntsville woman came up with a murder for hire plan to have her mother killed so she would inherit millions of dollars from the Gulf States Paper Corp fortune. However, just before the case against Mildred Trammell, 38, went to jury, her attorney said she was trapped, induced, and tricked by a vengeful former employee. According to testimony in the U.S. District Court trial, Trammell wanted her mother killed so that she could inherit a $2.9 million trust fund. Court transcripts also referred to a $30 million fortune. Her mother, Joan Van Zell, 65, is a sister of Jack Warner, and he's the board chairman of the paper thing. A 4-count indictment charged that Trammell made calls with the intent that her mother be murdered in consideration for promises to pay money. Trammell, former operator of a Huntsville daycare center and school for gifted children, denied the charges. I might have said that if anything happened to her, I wouldn't shed any tears, but I didn't mean any harm by it, she told the jurors. An assistant told the court that Trammell hated her mother. She wanted her killed for money, agreed to pay $25,000 from her expected inheritance. The FBI recorded 3 conversations between Cindy and Trammell, a former employee who once lived with her. When Orgos asked Trammell, if you want your mother killed, she said, I did. She said she did. And then she said, if you have any regrets, same old things, no remorse. I'm as cool as a cucumber. And it says Orgelis initiated conversation about the alleged murder scheme. So she was initiating. So I think that's why her lawyer is trying to say, oh, she was coerced and trying to blame it because of Cindy's initiating. But she's initiating because wasn't she? Wait, hold on. Because wasn't she doing it working with him, right? After that, wasn't it because she was trying to get her to talk? Hey, Jenny, thank you. Not Shonda's mom, the other one, I mean. Thank you. And, oh, thank you, Groovy. Jenny, Groovy Canadian. What's up, Ashley? Yeah, you can watch them. I always upload mine, Christy. Yep, they'll be uploaded. Sometimes it takes like a little bit to upload after. Sometimes it's like, it depends how quick YouTube is. But no, it goes right to processing. And then as soon as it's processed, it goes right to my videos. So yeah, you definitely could watch it. Anyway. All right, so let's see what the next one is real quick. Oh, thank you, Pointer Lover. Pointer Lover. Oh, 6 months. You are on it. So basically, same thing, but they're like, it's in so many different news, you know, all over. But this is the same. It's about the same thing about they hire for murder, trapped. She's saying Mildred's saying she was trapped and induced and tricked by vengeful former employee. But there's really nothing new in that. Same stuff. All right, what's this one? Another one. I guess I didn't need to save all of them. They're all saying. Yeah, this one says basically the same thing. All right, maybe are those not? Okay, so what is this? Oh, yeah, this is another one, but it's just the same stuff. All right, I went over that. So here is I'm not sure if this is because I was just running everybody's names just to see if I could find anything on any of the family. And so I don't know. This is the one thing that came up of David, but I don't know if this is her brother, David Ramsey. I saved it because it is Oklahoma, so I'm like, maybe it's in the same area, Norman, too. But I don't know where if he even lives in Oklahoma, to be honest. Does he? I don't know. But so I don't know if this is him. But the reason I was thinking it might be him is because he's really spiritual. Like if you look at his like social media, he has very religious and spiritual, I think, but I don't know. It doesn't really say anything interesting. I just saved it for some reason. David would be her brother, but now here is uh her brother. Or not her brother. Her mom's brother. So her great uncle, right? It wouldn't be her, it would be her grandma's brother. Because Joan Warner, this is Jack Warner. So it's her grandma's brother. Shonda's grandma's brother. Because he has this, there's like a museum. So I guess that's him. Yeah, that's Jack. But I'm not gonna read all. It just goes over like all his accomplishments and stuff, which is a lot about the paper company and um yeah, great uncle. Yeah, great uncle. I knew that. I said that earlier, but why was I? I had like a blank whatever thought for a minute. But yeah, it'd be your great uncle. I'm trying to think who my great uncle is. Oh yeah, uncle. I didn't know a lot of my great uncles and aunts, to be honest. Only one, two. Only two of them I think were alive growing up that I know. But I had like all my grandparents were alive at least at some point of my like at least I got to meet them all. No, not yeah, definitely my grandparents, but I met my great grandparents. Well, not all of them, never mind. Two sets of them I got to meet. Yeah, only 2 sets. So like one, yeah, from one side and one from the other, but not the other. Never mind. But I did meet some of them. Sorry, I'm just probably not making any sense. In my head I am, because I know what I'm talking about. But and then there was actually an article. Hold on, let me put this in the put this LA Times. Here's another article about it. Huntsville, Alabama, the FBI charged the daughter of the Harris with hire someone, kill her mother. So it's actually an article. It says she was not harmed though. So her grandma was not harmed. Thank God. Okay. So here is supposedly, supposedly her stepfather, but I don't know. I can't 100% say, but her stepfather is Ken. His name's Kenneth Trammell. Is this the Kenneth Trammell that's her stepfather? I think it is because he has a record of doing stuff with kids, and it says with his daughter, but it doesn't say any names of the daughter. So I don't know if it was Shonda they were talking about. So I'm not sure if this is, but this is the person going around that people are talking about that think this is the stepfather. Um, so let me make it a little bigger. So this would be the one, if this is her stepfather, it'd be the one that she was having a relationship with, which you can't blame the kid for that. That's abuse of power. That would be him like grooming and taking advantage of her thinking probably that she was consenting, but if you're a kid, you're not really, you know what I'm saying? There's still like an abuse of power, and you know what I'm saying? So she can't, because she's a kid. So, I don't know how that situation was, but her sister said that they were with intimate, having sex with each other, which anyway, so it says, oh wait, I hit the back button on the wrong computer. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I gotta see something real quick. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is. I don't think this is him. Let me look at a date real quick. Something just clicked here. This might be another Kenneth Trammell that's a real piece of work, you know? Um, so what year was Shonda born in? Cause they ain't born. I said that weird. Um, hold on one second. Let me just see something real quick. Cause I really would like to know if this is him. If this is the Kenneth that her mom was married to. Look at my green there. There we go. That's better. Well, let me look her. Let me bring up her booking stuff real quick. Just give me 1 second, okay? Because we might be able to exclude him because of something I just thought of. I just caught my eye. Because that might not be him. Just give me 1 minute.
Where did I put that crap, Shonda? Oh, here it is. Okay. So 1979. So 79 is the year, her birth year. So hold on. I got to figure this out because did they ever say what year her stepfather died? Is her stepfather dead? Did they say? I know they said her dad died, but is it confirmed that her stepfather died or not? I feel like we thought he did, but I don't know if that is a fact or not. That's what I need to know. Number one. And okay, so 79, I want to see what year. So if this says 90, hold on, 11. Oh yeah, no, I mean I guess this still could be your stepfather. But we got to find out if he's supposedly still alive because um this says, look, data booking 7/27/23. That would mean just this uh past July he was still alive. So is her stepfather still alive? That's what we need to know. Yeah, I got it, Kim. Thank you. I got her birth. I needed her year. I got it. Oh, it's 79. Wait, why are you saying bio dad? No, I'm not saying this is the bio dad. No. I'm saying that this might be her stepdad, but I'm not sure. And I would like to know, but I guess we'll still just have to go into it. Just possibly it might be. Uh, Wait, what's a good catch, guys? Fill me in. Somebody's saying good catch. Is there something I need to know? Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot of them that are named after. We have Millie. You have the date. I think there's a David. Uh, there's a Paul that comes up. That's and I don't know how the Paul's related. I think Paul Ramsey that links to her. I don't know who he is though. The Paul Ramsey. That's probably on her bio dad's side. Um, but no, yeah, Millie is Mildred. That's actually her mom's name and her great grandma's name, Mildred. So yeah, they really. So we have wait, what's all her kids' name? Eric or Nolan, Eric Nolan. Well, Eric, he's named after his dad. The Eric part. Um, Paul. I think Paul's named after her bio site because there was a Paul Ramsey that linked. So I'm thinking Ramsey is. I don't know actually. Maybe Ramsey. I'm thinking Ramsey is coming from her dad, right? Her bio dad. Um, and Trammell's coming from her stepdad, is what I'm guessing. That's how I was. I mean, that's what people are saying at least too. It makes the most sense. But so Millie, who's the other? Oh yeah, Gabe. Gabe's probably comes from Adam's side. But yeah. Um. All right. So we have a booking date where 7/27/23. We'll click on all of these. So this one, see them get older as we go through them, or younger. Failure. So the reason for booking is failure to appear superior, entering auto theft by taking, failure to appear theft by shoplifting. So he probably like broke the probation again, I'm sure, and got theft. Yeah, these ones you could slowly see them get older, huh? In the pictures at least. Data booking 2/16/23. I don't know why. Reason for booking not listed. The dates aren't. You see him getting older, but the dates are all.
weird. It doesn't seem like they match. His eyes look red. 7/27/22 SO registration. Reason for booking SO registration. And we know if whether or not this guy is her stepdad or not, he's a SO. Did we already go to this one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh no, 11/5/21 data booking. Look at that. Reason for booking. Child. Melissa. Disgusting. So I don't know, guys, if anybody figures out for sure. But I mean, people are thinking that that's her stepdad. But there's a little bit more about him here. I have a couple more screenshots. Give me 1 minute. Right here. So there's two. Well, let me read these in order. Well, they both say September 16th. Oh, hold on. I pulled up the same two on accident. There we go. So this one we'll read first. Okay, so it says a convicted CM has been arrested again on CM charges, according to records from Chattahooga County Sheriff's Office. Court records indicate that in 1990, a jury found Kenneth Lee Trammell of Ridgeway guilty of CM after he was accused of essaying a 14-year-old mentally handicapped boy. Then Trammell was accused of molesting his own daughter after an incident in which he inappropriately touched the girl, who was 12 years old at the time, in front of the child's grandmother. Chattahooga County Sheriff Mark Schrader says that Trammell was just released from prison in May of this year and is now facing charges in connection with the two incidents, so there's two more incidents with children under the age of 10. And then this is from September 16th, 2023. That one was from 2021. Chattahooga County man arrested who has been convicted and served time for CM is headed back to prison again with a life sentence after pleading guilty for a third time for child. Court records indicate that in 1990, a jury found Kenneth guilty, and it basically says the same thing. But this time, okay, this time Trammell and his girlfriend are accused of having sex in front of a 10-year-old child. Trammell's girlfriend, and it names the girlfriend, was charged with cruelty to children in connection with the incident. So Trammell will serve 15 years without the possibility of parole. So either way, if this is his stepdad or not, this guy is a piece of crap, you know? Okay, so. And then there's another case thing that I don't think I'm going to read it, though. Just because it's not probably YouTube friendly, but if anybody wants to read it, it goes into the details of what he did, like to his daughter back in the 90s. So whether I'm not thinking that, I don't know, I guess it could be Shonda. But so basically, like, he touches her in front of her grandma. The grandma sees it, reports it, and the daughter, doesn't name who the daughter is, goes and testifies and says this, you know, did it happen exactly the way she repeated the same thing, you know, she was very consistent, and then later on goes back on it and says, oh no, my grandma made me say that. He didn't do that. That's a lie. She made me say that. But I mean, he still got charged and stuff, because I think he still got guilty for that too, because the jury, I mean, they heard the testimony. but it doesn't give like names to be able to verify like who the grandma, who the mom is, what the kid is. So I don't know. Like I'm still a little bit clueless on, not clueless, but I still don't know if that's the dad or not. All right, so what do you guys think so far? Here is an engagement announcement at Liberty University from January, February. So I had to count for you got to be kidding me. That was like a silly moment I just had. But yeah, so February 10th, 98. It's a engagement here. Let me share it. It's Eric and Shonda. Look how young she looks. Dang it. Who do you think is Paul's real father, April? Who? Hey, Rainville. Wait, Kim, you said Kim, you're right. Oh, you guys are just talking about some. Hey, Jeremiah. Oh, thanks, Lori. Thank you. That's a good idea, Melissa. Yes. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I could do that. I could try. I'm not sure how that. I don't know. I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get a copy of somebody else's, would I? Anyway, so it says Eric and Shonda Ramsey proudly announce their engagement and wedding scheduled for May 7th, 2000 in Pate Chapel of Thomas Road Baptist Church in Virginia. Ferguson is a psychology major from Yakima, Washington, and Ramsey is also a psychology major and is from Huntsville, Alabama. The two have not yet finalized their honeymoon plans. So are you kidding me? They're both psychology majors? Well, what did they freaking learn? Oh, thanks, Dee. Thank you. Dee Cerna in the house with the super chat. Thank you. So they're both psychology majors. So she must have. Wait, that was 2000. Oh, okay, wait. Their engagement wedding scheduled 2000s. This is 98. So they dated, or at least for a couple years before that. Or they took a couple years to get married from their engagement. So I wonder, I'm trying to like figure out because remember she went back to law school after she left Eric. So it looks like she went to school, right? Probably got her a bachelor's psychology. Her and Eric are going to school. She probably graduated back, early 2000s, I'm guessing, and then has a family, and then because she doesn't go back to law school until, like I said, after she leaves Eric. So does she just like take a break for like 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe she was taking some stuff, but anyway. All right. So, look at this. Somebody found this on college yearbook at Liberty University in 1997. Oh, this one was on Reddit. I don't know, Wyatt. That's a good question. So we hear him talking about having stores. I'm a little bit confused. When you listen to the phone calls, he's talking about like, oh, I only have one store. I wish I had more. What does he do? I'm not following what his job is. He owns a store. I don't know what kind of store. And then what Nolan does, because they keep talking about wedding season. So what does Nolan do? Something to do with where he's busy during wedding season. But oh wait, hold on. Why you said graphic artist now? Oh really? No, Derpstein. Hey, how are you, Derpstein? All right, let's see what else I got here. Photos, new folder. I already read that one. I read that. Look at, is this the one? Hold on. This might be the blurry one. Yeah, never mind. All right. Where did my email go? Hold on, guys. I lost my email. All right, so then I'm going to play this. One second. This, I want to see if there's music before I play it because I might have to mute it. Whoa. So somebody posted this on Reddit, and she said it's like a compilation of all the times where Timothy's in the background on Paul's TikTok. And then, Melissa, I'm going to play the one from the YouTube that you sent me too. But this is another one that somebody did a compilation. It's hard to see. Let me play it, and then maybe we could pause and screenshot here. On some of these it is. So the first one is that one that, oh, I forgot about my coffee. The one where, you know, he puts his arm around him and stuff. So that one we get a good. Okay. And then these ones are a little harder to see. So he's sitting back there, I guess they say. I don't know though. How do they know that? I guess it would have to be, right? Who else? I don't know. And then I don't know. This is, I think, the guy that's doing it with him. So are they saying that's Timothy laying there? Because this is obviously Paul's side because his nails. And then back there, right there. Can you guys see? Let me see if I can make it bigger. I could screenshot it. Hold on. I'll screenshot and then we'll zoom in a minute. But as far as, I guess this girl that did this, she's saying that must be him laying there because this is Paul's with his nails, you could tell. But the one that that doesn't look like him to me, but I guess it could be, but his hair, look, right? Because who else is it? Hold on, let me get a better, right there. Do you think that his hair looks long though? I gotta see what date, since this is a compilation, I'm gonna have to find it on his TikTok so I could see, like, would this have been like, I don't know, what date was it? Do you guys think that that's him? His hair looks too dark, but that looks too big to be Gabe, right? Or do you think it could be Gabe? I don't know. Let me screenshot it and see what you guys. And the hair is what's throwing me off because it looks too dark. But I mean, I guess it could be, and long. I never saw his hair that long, Timothy. But maybe they didn't get it cut. The last few months they just let it grow. Maybe and didn't get it cut because how would they have taken him to get his hair cut, right? So maybe his hair did get long. What do you guys think? Let me see. I'll play this while I'm looking at comments. I'll just let it play through. I don't know. It was a compilation, so I could go back to his TikTok and find it. It was a compilation that somebody put where they found like all the things where they think Timothy was in the background. I definitely think this one is him where you see him, but that's the reason why I don't think the other one could be him. Well, because maybe this is older.
because his hair, okay, so Paul's hair is a little bit shorter there. So maybe this is older. That's why, because look how short Timothy's hair is there. So if this is him, then this had to be a lot older than, but I do think that's him. I'm debating whether I think this other one right here is him. What if this is him, then that means this has to be, well, either older or newer, where his hair grew out or his hair was longer and then they got it cut. Paul has really short hair here. Oh, I think his hair was pretty short when he got arrested, right? So this might have been more closer to the time. I'll try to look. I'm going to try to find where it's at. But I want to play the YouTube one first. And let me zoom into the screenshot and see. Because then when we find out a date, we could kind of see. Hold on 1 second. I screenshotted. I just got to go get them. See, I don't know if we're even going to still be able to make out anything. Like I said, I definitely think the one is him, but I don't know. But then if the other one isn't him, then who is the other one? You know, that's the tricky thing, because did they have anybody else in their house? Where did this go? Hold on, guys. Where the heck are they? Dude, I screenshot them. Where the heck? Hold on, guys. I don't know where they went. They disappeared. I don't have to screenshot it again. That's so weird, though. Do you ever do that where you're like, you know they're freaking there, but you just can't find them? I'm going to do it again. Hold on. And then we'll go to the part where you could hear him. It's crazy. Melissa sent it to me. Oh, this is a good shot, actually. Is it not working for some reason? Maybe it's not. Let me do it a different way. I don't think it's working. My screenshot's not, it's not, like, it looks like it's not going through. Just like my background thing stopped working too. Wonder what the heck. I think it might be time for a new computer soon, guys. Figures when I finally the glitch gets fixed. I think I'm gonna have to get one anyway. Now my other screenshots way's not working either. Okay, here we go. Dang it. There's two ways to do it. One way is quicker and the other way sucks. So I usually like to do the quick way, but the quick way was not working. All right. So I got one. Let me do, just give me 1 minute, guys. And you guys can help me figure out if you think that one is him. Who is messaging? Oh yeah, who, the email that you emailed me? I know. I actually I did a video going through Shonda's Facebook post and going through the dates. That was like one of the first ones we went through to try to like try to figure out what dates were what. I definitely went through those. I think I even went through them on 2 different lives and then on personal, but thanks. The person that emailed me. I never know if you want me, since it's, you know, your name, I don't want to dox you, so I'm sure you know who you are. But yeah, I've been through all those quite a bit, actually. Okay, so now let's zoom in and see. Here we go. Sorry, guys, that the screenshot took forever because nothing's working. So I do think this is Timothy, right? I think that is him. That looks like him to me. So remember, he was there, what, May? Was it March or May? I have to go back and look at my dates again. When he moved in.
And then of so he probably would, it was probably, oh, you know, before Adam moved out, it probably wasn't that bad, you know, as far as, you know, what he's used to. But maybe to some people it would still be bad, but you know, it got real bad after Adam. Wow, Adam was probably surprised, like, what the heck? I mean, I just wonder how good it really was, though. I mean, I don't know. We'll never know. But I don't know, guys. Do you think that that could be Gabe, maybe? He just looks too tall. What do you guys think? Do you think that's Timothy or Gabe? This one, Ashley. I know the first one, but are you saying, your comment, are you saying for this one you think it's Timothy? It's just the hair's throwing me off because the color and the length of it. But it might be. He does look really skinny. Maybe. Okay, let's try to find... Okay, let's try to find where this came from, but I want to play the YouTube video first, though, for you, where you could hear him talk. I don't know what he's saying. All right, let me bring it up. What was the date? Hold on a second. Melissa, let me find your email so I could get right to it. I had the timestamp. I think this is... I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere. The timestamp of where it is. I'll be able to figure it out. But okay. Oh yeah, I should be able to figure it out. There. Okay, let's do it. Let's share it up. I have so much crap open. Okay, here we go. So, oh, sorry, I should probably take that down. Oh, yay, Gloria! Yay! Because I will be having some stuff come. I was trying to do the Google Forms. I started it again, and then I want to... Here, let me ask you guys real quick. For the giveaway for members, do you want... I have a physical Amazon $50 card I was planning on doing for a members giveaway, but then in that case, I'm going to have your address to send it because I have a physical card. So I started doing the forms for that where I went to actually my community page and started typing out with the link in the form and was going to type out giveaway, enter, and I stopped myself because I'm like, wait a minute. This is an Amazon physical card. I might have to do like two or something. One where like that's in the United States maybe, and that is okay with giving your address. So if you win, I can mail it. And then maybe one where I could do like a virtual one, either PayPal, Cash App, or you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What do you guys... How do you think I should do that? I would have to do two different ones maybe then. Because I hate limiting it to... I guess I could send a gift card out of the country. I just get nervous because it's just such a little gift card and like it's going so far. I know it sounds silly, but it's like I would feel safer if it's going like a far away to just do like a virtual if it's out of the country, you know? All right. I gotta find where this is at though. I think it's like right.
Sun rises and sets really fast. It's terrifying, but can't do
Melissa, do
nothing
you
about
remember where
it.
the
So
timestamp is? Oh, here it is. I could see his head moving. Right.
get the frick out. Jeez. That's one place to hide in a house. Ugh. I gotta get an actual chair or something of some sort. Sorry, that's kind of about one of them.
Wait a minute.
I don't know why I'm
Let me see where it's at.
Whatever.
Maybe somebody has a timestamp. 2651. Okay. Oh, it was gonna come up. Okay.
Chair or something of some sort. Sorry, that's kind of about one of them. I don't know why I'm still carrying that around, but whatever. Sorry.
Did you hear him? So Timothy yelled, and it is Timothy. Cause watch.
Like I said, I don't actually have an office.
Hey, Timbo, could you...
Sorry, guys.
So he yelled twice. Hey, and he says, "Hey, Timbo." So that's Timothy that's yelling. Now this was uploaded. Originally, I was remembering. I just had like a moment where I saw the June 23rd, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second. I'm like, because that would be like a week away. Because if it was 2022, because it was July 6th, right? So I was like, oh my God, this was a week before he died, almost like around a week or a little. Well, that it would be like, it's not, it's the wrong year, but it would have been like almost 2 weeks before he died. And I was like, oh my God, and then it took me a minute, and I was like, wait, that's 2021, so it was 2022. So this was a year before. So this is before Adam even left. So it probably, you know, it wasn't probably that bad yet, you know. So no, I've never did Bitcoin. I don't know how that even works. Yeah, some people are saying they sound help. I don't hear help, but I'll play it again. I was planning on playing it again. 1 second. I just wanted to let you know. So this would have been, was it March or May that he moved? It's one of those things. So he would have been here. I think it was May. I think he moved in May 21, right? So he would only have been there like a month, because I think it was the end of May. I have it written down somewhere. It's either the end of May or March when he moved in. But I don't know why I'm thinking May. So
Jeez. Not sure if y'all heard that. That was one of my little brothers. I deeply apologize.
it's like, well, who cares? He wasn't, he said something. Well, it wasn't that big of a deal. Why does Paul act like that was such a big thing that people were going to be annoyed? I'm going to rewind it. But it's just like, Paul, it's not that big of a deal, buddy.
Thing of some sort. Sorry, that's kind of about one of them. I don't know why I'm still carrying that around, but whatever. Sorry. Like I said, I don't actually have an office.
Hey, Timbo, could you...
Sorry, guys. Jeez. Not sure if y'all heard that. That was one of my little brothers. I deeply apologize. I probably should have asked them politely to keep it down before I came up here. So, yeah, I planted most of these flowers. Okay, I'll admit it.
Yeah, he's acting like he's all nice. So I should have asked him politely if you keep it down while I come up here. Paul's one of those people that I've learned now is one of those people that he pretends like he's super polite. You know, like he's extra polite, but it's fake. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I should have asked. Or like, you know, when he's talking to his dad or whatever, no, it's fine. Even though it's obvious what he's doing, he's begging for money. But he'd be like, oh, no, that's fine. You don't have, no, don't worry, or it's fine. You know, he's acting like he's polite, but no, he's not. It's not. And like, it's really telling in the phone calls, because what he's really wanting and the end goal is getting the money, right? And for instance, you notice like when he's talking and then it's like 1 minute left and he hadn't got to ask for the money yet. I'm kind of sidetracking about the cause, but he hadn't got to ask for the money yet. He has to hurry up and make sure, because you see what the goal is. So like if they didn't get to talk about it yet, and it's like 1 minute he didn't get an answer, he'll be like, oh well, before this is the end, so are you gonna give me the money, or not in those words, but like whatever he needs, the money wise or commissary, he does it real quick at the end, because it's like ding ding ding, yep, that was the goal of the call, that was the whole reason you called. You had to make, now you have to make sure you ask it. And then he talks about when his dad, are you not making, like, are you not doing very good, or your bills or whatever, like, oh, because Paul, you're the number one person that he's gonna be paying. Um, yeah, I'll play it again. I don't think he's saying help though. Well, because remember, I feel like Timothy probably, he was, I never lived with anybody with autism, but is it normal that they might just like yell random things that might not, he might just be like, eh, or something. I don't know. I don't think I didn't get like he was trying to get help. Like it was like this urgency where it's like he's trying to get like somebody to help him. Are you guys getting that though? I feel like I am seeing some people that are saying that. Why am I not feeling like that's what he's doing? I feel like he's just, I don't know. I don't feel like he needs help at this moment.
Three swords. Sorry, it's kind of about one of them. Anyway. But, I don't know why I'm still carrying that around, but whatever. Sorry. Like I said, I don't actually have an office.
Hey, Timbo, could you?
Sorry, guys. Jeez. Not sure if y'all heard that. That was one of my little brothers. I deeply apologize. I probably should have asked them politely to keep it down before I came up here.
So he's like, ow, like ow, but I don't think it's like ow, like he's hurt though. I think he's just making a noise like ow, and then I don't know, and then he goes hey ow or something. I don't know why. I don't think it's like that he's hurting. Like, I mean, he might be hurting, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't feel like he's yelling. He's trying to get help for anything, I should say. But because I think this is just a month or two right after he moved there. I don't think it was that bad yet, Yeah. But how funny though, because those noises are reminding me of the noises he makes in a way. I was about to say, is that where Paul's getting him playing games and all these weird noises? But no, I mean, I would consider it, but if his dad didn't make those noises, his dad makes the exact same one, so it's more that he got it from his dad growing up, But that's funny that they kind of make similar noises in a way. I mean, it's kind of different, but it's kind of like
yeah,
implicit,
I planted most of these flowers. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had enough for them to pollinate, so I'd still get a good amount of honey.
Yeah, that's true, Jeremiah. Maybe they all do.
Oh, crap.
Anyway, I guess that's the only time he talks, right, Melissa? Because I think you went through it all, right? So I'm not gonna watch all of it. 30 minutes of him playing, and just wanted to point that out. I think that's the only time that he says anything, right? Besides that one at the baseball game, the baseball
There we
game.
go. And some more smell.
Oh, she has a son named. Yeah, yep.
I'm gonna have to actually smoke this.
Melissa, I tried that Facebook of that lady that's with the same name. I tried to like go through her stuff to see if I could find a son with that name, and I did not find a son with that name, but I couldn't link it yet. But I think her husband's is Carl too. So I thought there was a point where I thought, one of those moments like, oh my God, it's her, because I saw Carl say the Carl comment, and at first I thought it was like her husband, because for a split second with the comment, and then I realized, I looked more into him, like, oh no, they're not, that's not her husband. So it's like, oh my god, it's Carl, her husband. So no, I don't, but it could be, I don't know, but the Carl was just some friend of hers commenting. So yeah, I could keep looking, but I wasn't able to, because none of like the pictures where she's with her family, they didn't link to any names or anything. So I don't think, it looks like that person that's his friend, it doesn't it look like it's a picture of her on a book, on that book? Like, is she an author or something? I'm not talking about the girl, the lady he's talking to. I don't know if it's her, but that person that he's friends with named Joe. She has like so you see the pictures of her, and then there's a picture of a book with a lady on it, and it almost looks like it's the same lady. I don't know 100%. I mean, they look similar. What do you guys think? Do you know what I'm talking about? No, I wasn't saying Paul. I was talking about Timothy, S.L. Conlon. When I said autistic, I was talking about Timothy being autistic. And I was saying, like, for him, when he was, whatever he was saying back there, I wasn't talking about Paul. If you're talking to me, no, I don't think Paul is autistic. So yeah. All right, so so I have, well, let me take this down. So I have one more, so I have something. I was gonna wait till I had it to say anything, which I am. I can never like keep a secret. Actually, I am pretty good at keeping secrets, but I get so anxious. So there is gonna be one more thing coming. Well, hopefully more than one thing eventually, but because I'm still working on getting the jail calls after, but that's not what I'm talking about. I don't know yet about those yet. So uh so there's no response on that yet. As far as I don't know, I don't have an answer about that. But there is something else that's coming next week on this case that to look forward to. So I'm anxious for, but it's not the after after trial jail calls. Well, no, Paul's after trial. I cannot talk. I am so scattered today, so please do not judge me on this weekend. These last two lives, my brain, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel so like all over the place. So the phone calls of Paul after he got sentenced and Shonda after her trial, I don't know about those yet. I'm still we're still waiting to see, waiting to get the response or whatever to see if, because not all of them okay it. So that I don't know, but there is something else this next week that we'll be able to go through. So that's all. So that'll be interesting. But I still have more of those Paul calls. Oh, and I still have Shonda. I'm gonna wait. So there's a Shonda, the one roommate that's kind of interesting because she talks about Shonda. I have that still. I don't know if I have any more of actual Shonda's though. If she's actually, I don't remember. I think the Shonda ones, I don't think there is any more, but I have the one with her roommate that I'm going to do. And then I have, or her cellmate, and then I have the other cellmates that I'm going to do for members that don't talk about Shonda, but the one does, and that one I'll release for all of us. But I don't know. Yeah, I might call it a night, guys. I'm so scattered I think because I haven't been sleeping very much. Like, I feel like I cannot, like, I'm good at like if I'm sitting here like researching pretty good, but like to get it out, I'm scattered anyway, but like the last couple lives I'm extra like I don't know. I think a lack of sleep, coffee, because now that I haven't been that vitamin D thing where my heart's starting to feel better. So now I'm back to like drinking a lot of coffee again. Um yeah. Cool, Gloria. Yeah, I know. Yeah, let me talk about, hold on. Let me talk about a couple screenshots about the Paul calls that we just released. Or I just released. You guys just watched. All right, hold on. There's a few comments, but I did actually give my opinion a little bit in that video. I was like, you know what? I was hesitating because I didn't want people complaining like, you talk too much, shut up. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Oh well, there's a few things that like I've been biting my tongue like when I'm watching it doing the subtitles, like I want to comment so bad. It's just like, I want to just say something about certain things and I can't, and then I have to wait till a live, and then sometimes by the time I do a live, I don't, I forget all the stuff I wanted to say as I was watching it. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut in a couple times during this video and say my thoughts. I didn't do it as many times as, I would have wanted to, but I kept it. Oh, wait, you guys, hold on. I wanted to go over something else, too. Nothing new, but I was going to go over, hold on. The sister again. I was going to go over, remember the sister's statement? I'm reading through it real quick again just to see. Because I want to go over that. And I also want to go over, I know I read all the incident report, but like sometimes when I'm reading comments, I'm like, dang, you know what? I'm always assuming like everybody's seen all that stuff, but they don't. Some people haven't went back and watched some of it. But I thought that one where Paul, so he has like 3 or 4 interviews or statements, right? During the incident report. But that last one where he admits that he loves the power, like that one I thought was very interesting to go over after the fact. Like with the judge quoted some of that stuff. So to go through it after the judge, that's some of the stuff he was talking about, it's important. And hold on one second. I want to go over, thanks, Char. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. And, Groovy Canadian, thank you. Char says, awesome coverage of this case. Zavgirl, thank you. Thank you. I don't know yet. There's definitely, at least for sure, one more phone call with him. There might be more. So there's a couple phone calls I put to the end. I think there's another one with him that the reception's really bad. So, I don't know. But I think there's for sure at least one more, if not more, of the one with the HBO guy, I mean. So, yeah, I do. I don't think he's from HBO. Because he doesn't seem like professional, and like he's a horrible interviewer. So you would think if he's from HBO is like a big company. You would think they would have better interviewers, but I guess here's the thing. I think he isn't legit, but it wouldn't surprise me if he is and they just have bad interviewers. Like, I don't know. I feel like these days, I don't know. You never know. But from his professionalism not being there and from him not being that good at interviewing, from him flushing the toilet. He was saying he was eating or something. Remember, he was taking a drink or he's muting, but then you heard him flush the toilet. That was weird. Just like not, it's just like weird stuff that's like, would somebody that works for HBO be doing that? And wouldn't they be better at interviewing? And I'm not trying to like down that guy because not everybody is good at interviewing. You know what I'm saying? It takes a skill. Interviewing is definitely a skill, but you would think somebody that has that job to interview for a documentary and on HBO, you'd think that would be one of their skills. And he didn't seem to have didn't seem to be one of his good skills, you know? So I don't know. I can't make out what films is he saying he's from? Tower. I listened over and over and I don't know for sure. Something films and I could not make it out. Do you guys know? You guys, what was I gonna go do now? I was gonna go show you something, I forget. See how I mean, I do have like I was talking before, like my ADHD or whatever, where I'm little, but sometimes it's a lot worse. It's always there a little, you know, it's always there, but sometimes it's like way worse than others. And the last 2 lives has been way worse. So this past week, hold on. I know I was talking about Paul's, but there was something else that I thought I was going to do right before that. No contract in place. Yeah. Paolo. Yeah, it did sound something like Paolo Films. Is that really a place? Let's look it up. I tried to look up, I think, Powell Films. Tao. So it sounds like Tao, Powell. I looked those up, and there was one that came up with one of them, and I forget. But I think you might be right, the Paulo. Hold on. Let's see. Let's look it up together. Hold on. Paulo Films. Oh, wait. Paulo Dion? Is that? See if any of them work with HBO, though. And he said his name's Christian something, right? I couldn't make out the last name, but it sounds like he's saying Christian something. That doesn't look like him. Oh, this is the same guy. No. That's going to be the same guy. Did he say Sebastian? I thought he said Christian, though. Oh, no, that's Paulo Sebastian. That's not. That's where he gets the Paulo Films. Not the guy that he's talking to, but. Oh, that's what I was going to do real quick. Hold on. I was going to show some of the, hold on, give me 1 minute, guys. From the, oh, thank you. Wow, Shar. Thank you so much. You are so generous. Aw. You're the best. Yeah, Ashley, I got your text. So you guys said that I could still do the card virtually somehow. So yeah, I'll do that then. I'll put up the thing tonight for the community post for members. So if you're a member, what you do is you just you'll click on the link and then you just give me your email. I have different things. You just have to give me your email, your YouTube name, so whatever your profile name is, and that's it. And then it'll enter you in the giveaway. And then I'll give like a week for people to enter, and then maybe next weekend I'll pick a winner. But that's at least this one's gonna be members because it's one of the members perks for being a member is like extra giveaways. But thank you, Shar. Yeah, somebody cracked me up in comments. They said They go, oh, what was the comment? Something about a YouTuber. I forget, but it made me laugh because I was thinking that too. The whole time I'm thinking, do I recognize this voice? Is it like some YouTuber trying to get like information for content or something? And I'm just like trying to like listen, but I don't recognize the voice. I'm not mad. People, look, we're interested in it. We want to know information. So, I mean, but it's just, I wish we knew, like, for sure. Because I don't think he's from HBO, but there's still a part of me that doesn't know 100% sure. There could be a small chance, but I would go, I would say no. I would go more the no side because I think they would have a contract, like you said. I think it'd be more professional. But anyway, I was gonna go over some of these photos here from the case. I mean, we've seen them in the trial, but I figured just to have them right here. Also, thank you. Yeah, nah, I guess. I mean, I'm interested to hear because like I said, I think there's one or two more, at least for sure, calls. So I'd be interested to hear, how the other ones go. My computer's like, it is starting to get so messed up. So now I have them on my editor, and how I do it is the calls, like how I've been doing it is when I release the calls, when I upload a video, then I delete what calls I uploaded, and then I just have the rest left. So that's how I know which ones I have left. Well, the last week I feel like I was trying to go and like listen to more of the other ones, and it keeps getting, it's so clogged up that, and even when I go edit, so when I edit the next one, when I bring it up, it takes like a half hour for it to, because there's so much crap in that editor because all the calls were in there, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot, so I don't know if it just got too overloaded. So it takes like about a half hour before. So here's some pictures. This is inside the house. Figured I'd show these while I'm just rambling. You guys can look at them. It takes about a half hour for it to be able to play. So if I go in right now to try to see, I won't be able to do it. Or if I switch over to Shonda's, it'll be like a half. It's a pain, and I think it's my whole computer too. Like, sucks because that glitch I just got fixed, but it's just starting to go slow. How long do computers last? So here is, you could see the guy. It must be one of the, he's got a mask on. So here's the top bunk. Look at how messy this is, dude. Look at that. Like crap all over. And wait, was this the trial where the person is like, was that, they're like, oh, is that after you went through everything? Because it's like stuff's thrown everywhere. Like, oh no, that's just the way it looked before. Like, that wasn't like, how you're here, or there's some people, I don't know how often, when they go through houses for warrants or to search, they just throw stuff as they go through. And it's like, oh, is that from that? It's like, no, that's the way it was. Like, oh my lord. Like, why would you just leave, like, look, a plunger? Why would you just leave that in the middle of the floor and just trash? Let's just throw it down here, throw it here. Let's just leave the trash can right in the middle of the floor. I don't know. Look. Dang. I couldn't do it. Here's the locks. Oh, thanks, Haley. Oh, I don't know anything about that case. I've been so busy with this, and I've been getting files from I might do a Sarah Boone live soon, or a video soon. But anyway, I don't know. I've been looking into other cases. I don't know anything about Madeline Soto. Was she found okay, or was she found dead? Like, how was she found? Soul, did you gift another one? Thank you. Look, pizza box. We have, what is this? What the heck is this? I forget what they said. Did they talk about in the trial? What is that? There's a handle right there. What is that? Does anybody know? Hold on. Oh, a baby gate? Wait, what? Oh, for dogs probably, huh? We got oil. What is this? Like, I don't know. What time is it? Oh, it's already 11. I'm not going to be able to. After this, I'll read those statements. Maybe the next live we'll go through some of the statements because I got to get up early. I'm not even packed. I got to go to Columbus tomorrow morning. So I'll just go through the rest of these pictures and then I think I'm going to end it, guys. Hopefully by next week I'll be nice and myself. Still a little bit of scatter here and there, but not anything. Well, I should say, but manageable. What is this? Oh, that's the dog food thing they said, where they keep the dog food. Does that look like a ho-ho box? All right. Star Wars. Crisco. Does this say Crisco? Crisco? Why is it Crisco? Oh, is that? I thought that was a washer or dryer first. No, that's a freezer, huh? Wait, is that the other one from Michigan? I just saw one that was similar to some similarities, but it was in Michigan. Or not, but it was also in Michigan. Is that one or no? Because I don't remember the name of the one that I just saw when I was looking into this. So we got stuffed Totinas. Is those pizza rolls that you guys were freaking teasing Timothy with? Ugh. Yep. And then so Paul had the nerve to talk about his spicy sandwich again. Did you guys hear that? That's another thing I was doing. I was trying to go over the screenshots. Hold on a second of some of this calls I did today. So, so what did you guys think about the note? He said yeah, okay. So he said that he wrote Shonda a letter, okay, and then he said that the prosecutor told him that basically that, or wait, how did it go? His lawyer told him. So basically they knew that Shonda's lawyers had the letter that he wrote to Shonda because they don't want him to be surprised by it or whatever. So I wonder, so he writes a letter to Shonda that's mean, supposedly. And he had somebody, the trustee, deliver it to the lawyer or whatever. I don't know. And then he said, I wrote some very not nice things because I was very angry with her. Shonda's going down one path. I'm going down the better one, Paul says. Yeah, Paul. We know why you're going down the better one. It's not because you're a better person. It's because you want a better deal. It's all for yourself. This is what I want to get, and I'm going to go through comments this weekend because I'll be at the long trip, and it's my niece's birthday party, so there'll be a lot of times probably where I'll just be able to relax and look on my phone while they're playing Barbies. Even though she does love playing Barbies with me, but she is having her friends over, so her friends are going to be there. So when she has her friends there, I'm sure she's not going to she'll want to play with them. But normally I'm her party buddy or Barbie buddy. I always have to play Barbies with her. It's cute though. Yeah, this is where Timothy was sleeping, Paul. While you complain about the mats in jail because they're so uncomfortable and your body's all just they're sore, not it's painful, and just from working 2 jobs in the past and sleeping on the mats. It's like, do you not think you actually have a bed and a blanket and stuff? I mean, look where Timothy had to sleep, right here. And not only that, in a diaper, probably where he is sleeping in his own filth crap. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's probably scared to tell him he has to go to the bathroom or he has to get changed. Then don't let him sleep. Make him be uncomfortable. Watch him while he sleeps. He has to be facing so you can see his face and make sure he's not sleeping. Make sure he's not comfortable. It's just, the more I think about it. And then he's like, I'm tired of waking up in this frigid place. Yeah. Can you imagine being in an ice bath all the time? Oh. And then Paul says, I swear it would kill them to turn on the heat. Why am I loving that? Yeah, that he's getting a little. That's the thing, though. We're like saying, oh, he's, karma. But really, it's not even anything compared to what Timothy went through. Like, so he's kind of getting a taste because it's such a long period where it's going to be, his whole life is going to be in there, basically. But still. He says, I want to be able to wake up in a bed that's actually comfortable and not on these godforsaken mats. So this door's broke right here. I wonder what that was from. Did they say, anybody say what? Hold on. I wonder what that is from. Is it like Paul losing his temper, kicking in the door, like kicking it because Timothy made him mad or something? What do you guys think? Oh, that's what he said. My body is creaking and groaning from the 2 jobs working in Oklahoma. And this just has made it worse. His poor body. And then, of course, before the call ends, he has to make sure he says, oh, I haven't been using the text much. I think we're almost out again. Like out of the money. Something else. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Today is March. All right, hold on. I just got to set a reminder. So cancel summon. All right. Sorry. All right. Look, we got the hot sauce, extreme regret. It's called extreme regret. Soap, zip ties. There's the zip ties, the soap. I don't know how to point out soap. Yeah, the soap's actually normal to be in there. What is that? Cologne or wait, what is that? Is that a cologne? That looks like a cologne bottle kind of, but what? I don't know. Thanks, Noah. Hi, Sue. Hey, Wyatt. Yeah. Oh yeah, Friday. Yeah. Good call, Wyatt. Yeah, if he said Fridays is when they usually pick him up to go to prison. Yeah. So he probably is his first night in prison. Wow. Handcuffs. Handcuffs. Zip ties, handcuffs. Sick. There's keys. Here's the ice machine. We have the same ice machine. I loved how they Shonda and kept going on like making it seem like, oh, you know, it only makes a few things of ice. Like it's a small ice machine, it only makes so much at a time. So of course, like trying to act like, those ice baths, that really wasn't bad. There wasn't really that much ice in them. And then I loved how they ask, I forget if it was when she was on the stand, but basically it comes out where it's like you make the ice and then you put it in the freezer in bags and then make more ice. So really you could have a lot more ice than what it makes. So she's trying to paint this picture as only it's just a little bit of ice at a time. No, you're putting it in bags and saving it, and so it ends up being a lot of ice. And they called her out for it. I love that. I was like, ha. Because that's like one of the first things I thought of. I'm like, who cares if the ice machine only makes that much? Because you could put them in bags. We've done that. You put them in bags. You put them in the freezer. You could have a bunch of ice. Just keep doing it. Like, what? Yeah, so next time I want to go over the two statements. I want to go over the newest Paul, or like, I want to go over and chat about it now after, everything, listening to the calls and after the sentencing and stuff, now going over and discussing those statements Paul made in the incident report and then the one that Shonda's sister made. So that maybe we'll do that in the next live. Along with whatever else. I mean, if I end up finding other stuff about new stuff too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you for being patient and still being here. I was just having one of those days. But yeah. I have a fairly new ice maker. It makes a cup every 6 minutes. Okay. No, they said his dad's died, Nikki. Gabe's dad's died. They said we heard on the trial, he's staying at basically it would be Gabe's grandparents. So it'd be his dad's parents' house. That's what they said is where he was. So oh, Melody, are you just learning about this case? You gotta go watch my playlist. So they were giving him, yeah, because they were giving Timothy the hot sauce and they were giving it to him in the bathtub a lot of times because a lot of times he was in a freaking ice bath. And that's how they punished him. They were giving it to him with bread, hot sauce and bread. So yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, supposedly they said they didn't. They just thought about it. But I mean, do you guys think that they really did? I don't, but I mean, I don't know. Because I wonder if, I don't know, who knows. But I don't think. Because if that was talked about, like, wasn't it like more recent where she suggested it? Wasn't that more recent about doing that with, putting it in a bad place? But, so my point is if they talked about it like kind of more recent, like wasn't it like kind of shortly before, like right before? then that would have meant at least it didn't happen till up until then, because she was like questioning, oh, should we? So that means that we know that it didn't happen before that. But I mean, I guess maybe. But did you ever think that she could have done it, and then she, like, let's say it was just her, when it was just her and Timothy, who freaking knows? Maybe she did, and then she didn't tell Paul she did it, and then she just kind of like wanted to ask like what he thinks, to see if she could be open and see if he's down for it too. But it doesn't mean that she didn't do it. When she had time, when he was at work, she freaking was with him. I wouldn't put it past her. And then thinking, oh, let me kind of like ask Paul what he thinks, act like I, oh, it's just a thought that I've never done it. But I wonder, I don't know. I probably would say, if I had to guess, no, that she didn't. But who freaking knows? What do you guys think? Oh, I hope not, man. That's just, what is wrong with people? Wait, what do you mean, Teresa? You can like super chats now? Explain. What do you mean you can like them? You can like super chats? Explain that. Is there a new thing? You think, Gaming and Sleuthine? Okay. Man, I don't know. I mean, it does make me wonder if she had already done it, but like Paul didn't know, and then she wanted to kind of like see what he thought about it, to see if he'd be down for it, even though she could have already been doing it. I don't know. It's just a thought. But I really hope not. Oh, that's a good point, Heidi. Yeah, maybe. Oh, hey, nope, not today. I love your name. Good night. You could hit the... Wait, like you guys could hit it? Hold on. Let me bring up my YouTube live. Hold on. I want to see what you guys are talking about. So I should be able to do it too, right? Oh, you could heart it. Dude, that is cool. You guys could do it too, though? Oh, I could heart it. You guys could probably like it. Oh, you could like it too. Whoa, I could heart it and like it. But if I don't, it's only because I don't have YouTube. I'm mostly always on the Streamyard with chat. So Streamyard is really, it's limited. They update the stuff, but it takes them a while to catch up with everything. So like I said, they just now got the mods where I could see the wrenches just today. Before I couldn't, when I look at the chat in StreamYard, I don't see where the wrenches are. So I'm glad they stick out now. I could see. But yeah, so if I don't like them, I heart them, it's just because I'm on the StreamYard side most of the time. But that's so cool though. I'll have to try to check every once in a while and heart a few. But at least you guys could like them, huh? All right, guys, I gotta pack. Dang it, I don't feel like... Oh, why am I dreading this? No, I'm not dreading it. It's just like when you know you gotta get up early, it's hard for me to be able to relax and go to sleep when I know I have to get up, like, early. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, the judge was talking about that. Oh, really, Harlot? You can't? I hearted the one. I only saw the one so far as it only let me scroll up to the one. Oh, wait, here's another one. Or wait. Hold on, let me see. Thank you, Teresa. How did I almost miss that? Wait, where is it on here? Teresa, I don't see yours on the YouTube side. Or wait. There it is. Okay. Cool. Do you see so you guys don't see the heart that I just hearted Teresa's? Hey, Becky Boo, Alicia. Oh, wait, don't leave yet. What do you guys think about that one thing that I asked in the Paul thing about when Nolan stopped him? What do you guys think that was? Because it seems like he purposely I was so mad because I was waiting to see what Paul was gonna say, and then Nolan's like kind of like stopped him, like, gosh, I wanted to see what he was talking about when he was talking about that he doesn't know if he should tell the prosecutor about the thing about because Shonda was arrested like 3 or 4 days before him, and then he didn't finish, and then Nolan's like, oh, no, I don't think you should even worry about it. And I feel like Nolan purposely like stopped him because he didn't want him to say any more on the phone too. What do you guys think that was all about? Where was he going with that, do you think? Yeah, I know. So do you think I was thinking he like hid evidence maybe. Like I bet you he did something. He hid stuff or like moved stuff or, did stuff to like try to cover up what they did is what I'm thinking. And he was feeling like since he's coming clean, you know what I'm saying? Since he's like coming clean and he's, trying to like be transparent, try to say like, do the right thing and say everything he did to get a good deal. So he was wondering, oh, maybe I should just tell him everything I did after about, whatever to make things probably not look like what they were. And so he probably was debating whether he should just tell him all because he thinks he's thinking and hoping he would get this really good deal. I could say anything, just be honest, and I'm doing the right thing and whatever, and then it's just gonna make everything he did, it's gonna make it better because you just told you were honest. But yeah, so it makes me wonder what he did. So it's something like that. But what do you think he did? I guess, we'll probably never know the specifics, but I think it's, obviously he did something where he was trying to cover it up. Oh yeah, Gloria, go back because okay, so right after he says that, I actually cut in and ask you guys. So you'll be able to tell. Look, I just scratched my head. My skin is always so sensitive. I just scratched and I have a big yeah, so I cut in and I'm like, what do you guys think it means? So it'll be pointed out this time if you see. All right. They let him stay at the crime scene. Yeah. Remember, he was on Facebook. He was at his house. That Facebook live he did. He was laying there with his dog, and he's like, talking about like, oh yeah, my mom's, arrested, and we're doing good, and he ends up getting arrested that next day, and that was like what, like 6 days after I think he was laying on the couch doing a lot Facebook live, and then he's just like, yeah. He has no idea that he's about to be arrested the next day. Oh no, wait, Teresa, are you saying to see what I'm talking? I'm talking about the phone call. So it'll be the call that I released just today. If that's what you're talking about, rewinding what I'm talking about. All right, guys. Yeah, it was in the phone call. Oh. That I just released earlier is what I'm talking about. Oh wow, what happened? Dang. Oh, they said, okay, so Timothy, I have an answer for that. So remember it was like the victim's relief or whatever. Do you remember during sentencing? Shonda gets all freaking attitude, or you could tell she's mad because she's like, well, how am I gonna order stuff? Because some kind of victims nonprofit, or I forget what the organization's called, but they paid for it and they want the restitution. Shonda has to pay it back. Hold on a second. Let me play that little part from her sentencing. You guys remember that? Hold on. I'll just play that and then I'll end it. Why do I have trouble ending? And I know I have to because I have to freaking just do it. It's hard sometimes. Okay, hold on. You could like read her lips what she's saying, she's hearing. I think you could kind of hear her a little bit too. One second. All right, let's watch. I'll show you. 1 second. I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, it's only 107. Why is? Let's watch. I'll show you. 1 second. I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, it's only 107. Why is? Let's watch. I'll show you. 1 second. I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, it's only. It's echoing. Gosh darn it. I have to find it anyway. Hold on. Let me try it again. Sometimes my thing does that too, where it echoes. Sometimes I have to restart it, but hold on, let me find the whole one. Here it is. Here's the whole one. The whole one. Dang it. It's just not my day. My computers are acting up. I'm gonna see if I could do it this way. This way might work. Okay. All right. I just want to play the part.
Trying to build a career.
What I'm talking about. It's after.
Very few people, I think, in this courtroom have the experience of going to jail to meet your client for the first time. I know Your Honor has. And it's a strange feeling to go in there because usually when we go in there, Judge, and in some of those cases it describes something.
That's a different audio.
It's horrible. Just the terrible things happen. We go into those jail cells and we see this client, and we're looking, giving her act, and they come together.
First strike. He was in the bathroom if he went to urinated or. Again, there's credit for 575 days that you've already served. There's a $68 state cost. The crime victim assessment fee has already been assessed, and the court is going to assess a $450 public defender fee. Ms. VanderArk, you have a right to file an application. Excuse me, you have a right to file an appeal. According to that 42 days, Mr. Roberts.
Judge, just briefly, I believe you did indicate you would order that $5,000 in restitution.
Oh, I did. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. The court will order $5,000 in restitution at this time to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, with the caveat that Mr. Johnson, you can certainly, if after the documentation, you can certainly ask for a restitution hearing and to contest that amount.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Roberts?
No, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Johnson?
No, sir.
All right, we're adjourned.
Watch what she says. They're talking about, they go on before that, they explain what that is. I could rewind it. But watch what she's like, how am I going to order my stuff or something like that. She wants them to talk. You can tell she wants her lawyer to talk to the judge about it, about appealing it or something. She does not want to get her, that's how she feeds herself, her commissary. How is she going to feed herself? How is she going to eat that food? Where is it? Dang, the other, before it.
The lawyer must be made within 42 days from today's date. Clerk is handing you a form that you must complete. Return to court in that.
The other
42
one,
days,
I think
Mr.
there's another camera shot that had a closer. Unless I thought that's when she said it, because they're walking out and she wants them to do, she wants him to do something. Dang it. I have it on mine when I did the pre-record. Oh, hold on. Hold on. When I did the pre-record, I pointed it out. So it's on my video. When I re-uploaded, hold on a second. Just give me 1 minute. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Shonda's statement. Trying to find her. When was her sentence? I'm trying to find that video. Hold on. The audio, husband. Hold on, give me 1 second. Statements. Huh, I don't remember which one I played it in. I swear I pointed it out and maybe it's right here. Yeah, here. I think it's this one. Hold on, guys. All right.
Ms. VanderArk, do you wish to say anything prior to sentencing?
So
We may not have anyone to give a big better, not much, but a little bit better restitution hearing and to contest that amount.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can certainly better. Makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, it was earlier.
Not much, but a little bit better. If after the documentation, you can certainly ask for a restitution hearing and to contest that amount.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Roberts?
No, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Johnson?
No, sir.
All right, we're adjourned.
okay, so I'll play that part
Oh,
again for you
stop
because
it.
I want to know. I want you guys to know what was
Oh.
going on there. So right before that, they were talking about like this restitution for this. I'm not sure I forget what they called it, but some foundation or whatever that helps victims. It's like a victims help, like relief help or whatever. So they help victims, and they basically paid for the funeral costs for Timothy. So they said it was $5,000, and now the prosecutor was ordering Shonda to pay for it. And then the judge says, but we could send you the documents and the order, and then you could ask for a restitution hearing. Okay. So she's basically she's telling him, yes, I want to ask for a hearing. And then she said something like, well, that'll keep me from ordering anything. That'll keep me from ordering stuff. So she's worried about ordering commissary because if she has to pay that $5,000, she probably doesn't have too much money. She won't have any money left, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Kills me for being divorced.
We'll ask for
Kills me for being divorced.
We'll ask for
Yeah. And earlier on that, where they talk about the restitution, where the prosecutor goes on about, the victims that they help basically they help bury Timothy. It's somewhere in there where he explains that that's what that $5,000 was for. So they want Shonda to pay for it. So it's going to come out of her restitution. So if she gets like a job in prison, that she's going to have to slowly pay for that. It's going to come out of her stuff. So she's hating that. And we watched this before we heard any of the jail calls. So now it's interesting watching it. And we know how concerned she is about commissary and that food. So you saw, look, she's freaking out like, oh, that's going to keep me from ordering stuff. Because how is she going to? So if people send her money, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but if people are even giving her commissary, don't they take a certain percentage out of what she gets and they take a part of that to go towards it, right? Isn't that how that works? Even people sending her money, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Ha. Oh, well, Shonda, they'll give you 3 meals. You just won't, you'll be struggling to get your Cheetos or ramen noodles and what else was she ordering? Chicken cutlets. Yeah. I wish I could tell you exactly where the timestamps where he explains it, but it's only like, what was it? If you guys want to go back and watch it. Like 49 minutes, the whole sentencing, but it's somewhere in there. But I really should go. I know I keep saying that, but I am gonna go. But bye guys. See you guys. I'll be back Sunday, so I don't know. I'll see you soon. Hopefully in a couple days. Bye.